Well, is it surname Serana or Serena?
Serena.
Serena, okay.
Or technically Serena. That's how you spell it.
Yeah, thank you.
Serena.
Okay.
Serena.
So,
I just say it
Serena,
fast.
did you have, back in the day, any enemies, or did you do something that could have made someone mad at you?
Other than my tree?
Were you spiteful that your brother and sister had to die?
Oh, yes.
Did that spite maybe have
I've lost
killed?
that edge. Being cursed does that to you. Losing your fire.
Makes sense.
Before we go further, I'm not going to roleplay her describing her fight the whole way because it would take way too long. But the details of her fight are as follows, and you're free to ask questions, to which I will roleplay back. Basically, let's go back to Matt. Matt. To my sheets. To my fat Dan with sheet. She describes her fight as follows. It started at the entrance. She was accosted. She met a peculiar-seeming man with a massive sense of ego, arrogance, and condescension. And you have to realize how weird it is to find another person underground. So she immediately didn't trust him. But she didn't really get much of a conversation in edgewise because, conversations tend to get cut short when you get punched in the freaking chest, right? So, yeah, combat ensued, and they fought all the way to the point in which she was kicked through the wall. Kicked through, 40 feet of stone?
Yeah. The mystery is solved.
Yes, the mystery is solved. Mission accomplished.
This was the motivation for this whole adventure.
Yep, we finally found out.
Pack it on up, let's go home. Anyways.
She appreciates the offers, but she doesn't feel hunger or thirst right now. But yeah, that's her story. It's essentially an ongoing fight with Ashen Soul Vetlin himself, to which she eventually lost and then was promptly bludgeoned through 40 feet of stone.
It sounds like it was a wonderful fight, though.
I consider a wonderful fight a grand fight between two competent people of equal status. She's says looking downcast, and then she looks at you directly, Marshall. The thing I engaged in wasn't a fight. It was no more of a fight than a cat battering a mouse. Playing with it.
Any fight you can walk away from.
Does this count as walk away?
This curse you spoke of, my tree was never meant to hurt people, not by hanging them especially.
To give you a full picture of what's going on up above ground, there's a village living in the shadow of the tree, next to the river.
River?
Yeah.
She holds up her hand. Centuries. It seems. There was no river when I was here.
There is now.
Apparently, a year and a day after you planted this tree, big earthquake, river popped out, full of gray water.
I see.
And this needs to get solved, because there are more trees in that room ready to grow.
Are there? I did have additional seeds, but I didn't... I apologize. My time under ash is hazy in my memory.
The tree, in its twisted form, snatched and grabbed living things.
People.
And fed water, or corpses, if you will, into a well that sustained the village I mentioned, which in turn turned these villagers into people who can only live off of the flesh of other humans. Only drink the water from the well.
So the legend goes.
Yeah, so the legend goes.
I promise you this. That was never even a consideration for me and my goddess.
Do you swear it thrice on your name?
I swear thrice upon my name.
Intent aside, it is what it is.
I agree. My desires of centuries past should have no bearing on the present results. Might I see this town?
Everyone just looks at everyone and just like has like a questioning look of, is that a good idea?
Mira
You
shrugs.
understand?
Now, I'm interested in a solution. You say that your child needs a mother's touch.
It does.
What will that? What does that mean? I am neither a mother nor a woman.
Mira just.
Marshall just nods, yeah.
Inside
He's
check.
like, he is indeed not. Marshall's like, yes.
Yes.
Checks out.
Eats broccoli. When she moves to say something, then Danway just goes, he didn't have a good mother. My apologies. Well, let me describe. I just wish to deliver a restoring touch of the person who is his progenitor of sorts. A god's faith upon mortals is a blessing, so is it not similar, if lesser?
So you can fix it.
And to
I believe so.
oh,
What if it corrupts you?
Well, then I suppose you'll have to batter me down again. Easy. Mirror remarks.
well, you are still under the effects of my curses, so that would be.
Well, then it
Those
should
are
be quite
separate
easy.
curses. At which point I dismiss both of them.
She blinks and smiles at you. Thank you for your trust.
We
Force
will
it
bring
out
you
of-
back to this town, but we will not leave the room with her still intact.
I also drop on Dispark.
What would happen if we kill this thing?
I shall die.
Yep, checks out.
Marshall nods sagely. Indeed, when you kill something hard, it dies. I speak from experience.
Could you regrow it if you wanted to?
I would not. I know I'm in no position to request such, but I would just ask to give me a chance.
What would that imply?
Too many people talk at once.
What would that include?
I just touch it and restore it. And I would hope it shall go back to its original purpose, to not hang, but to provide life. If you'd allow it.
Yes.
Worth a shot.
She bows immensely.
I want to
Thank you.
check. I want to check inside on that specific thing.
That it will go back to providing life.
Yeah.
Roll inside. Too many fucking sheets. Close all this shit.
Thank you.
Clutch.
Doot, let me go to ye olde list of crits.
Does Marshall and Soros have their own separate things, or do you go by player crits?
Why don't you open up the list of crits
You know
and
what?
I'll tell
Stupid question. I'll
you
own that.
literally immediately.
Yeah, it's characters. Okay, yeah, that was a stupid question. I'll own that. That was.
Agreed.
She seems 100% genuine.
Okay.
But you do realize there is a bit of a stipulation here.
She doesn't know what the tree is right now.
No, she's pretty aware of what the tree is right now. You guys have described it to her pretty damn quickly.
Doesn't know she can fix.
There's a stipulation of... She says the tree will go back to its original state. Its original state technically still levies a curse upon the town. They can only, if you remember the story correctly, they can only drink from the trees and its nectar. That being said, with a nat 20 insight, you can tell, like, just say the word. She can lift the curse too. Her original curse, not Ashen Souls, Vetlin's
hanging tree crystal curse.
Yeah, this will probably get dropped in the story that she tells you. Ashen Soul Veteran specifically said, tauntingly, "Nice curse you have here. A bit weak, but I think I could do a bit better. So let me try my hand at it." Which is exactly what happened.
You need to play crazy characters more often. It's much more entertaining.
I like
Oh, that's because I'm a psychopath in real life, don't worry.
Oh yeah, totally.
The guy in the basement says so, at least. Anyways.
Sorry.
Okay. Let's
If you restore the tree,
Yes.
do you have? Are you able to free the villagers as well? Will they be able to return to? I don't know.
Not eating people.
Yeah, thanks, Jennifer.
No problem.
They would. I would be removing Vetlin's curse upon my
Well-
tree, my land itself.
That seemed pretty implied.
And what about yours?
Perhaps it is best she leave that one on. The people of Galloper are... They're sheep. And they need a shepherd.
I mean,
Serena,
seems like we got a perfect shepherd right here. Mirage. The keeper.
But they shouldn't be shackled to the shepherd.
Chains are meant to be
Volunteer themselves for
broken.
chains.
I set them free.
Serena, can I ask you a personal question?
By all
How
means.
come you're still alive?
My goddess's faith and grace. It is something those of us that are blessed enough to be under her watchful guidance. I suppose I should consider myself lucky that I remained a human. That I've been told by my goddess and by my fellows at the times they've become something entirely.
Okay.
So out of game. What are
Essentially, what she's describing is if you're a dedicated, devoted follower of Zogir Fenazar, the
That's-
deviant idol herself, you have something of a failsafe.
Hmm.
You don't die ever, outside of natural causes or
being punched for
heretical causes.
Whack.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
You just shift to something else. You
Uh.
have a literal, ever shifting nature to yourself.
That's.
Oh, I can, now that the fight's over, yeah, I can tell you that that ability, the thing that teleported you, is called Fenazar's Footing. Because your ever-shifting nature pushed you around.
Ah!
Yeah.
But no, I was saying more out of game. It's just like, so we're definitely getting rid of the hanging tree, eat people curse. Are we going to push to get rid of the other one, or no?
Aldrich would push. He would say, "Set them free," because who he is.
In technicality, it's up to all of you. Like,
Yeah.
as a vote,
That's
so
what I'm
to speak.
asking.
Would you stay to watch over them?
No.
Not you.
Why would they need? Why would they?
So that was a good
Sure.
job.
Thank you.
I don't understand why they would need watching over.
Because they are weak. And they are quite pathetic.
Can't
I
they
can talk
just
to-
learn?
I can talk to some old contacts and Seekers, start migrating them out of this place.
They need a hand.
Well, they can get a lot of fucking hands of the
Exactly.
Seekers.
Exactly.
But maybe
Certainly. Because they're not all put to the sword by the Slayers.
This is, that's a fair point. That's why, us Seekers keep quiet about this place. Well, should get the downcast like those.
how
Seekers.
about we just bring you to the town elder to make this all official before
Fix
we
it
lift
first.
You know,
What is the name of this elder?
Tureyev? Wait, no, that's the other one. Shit.
whack.
What's his name? Turov? Turov.
Elder.
Elder Turov?
I had two guesses, missed it.
I can tell.
Yeah,
I
it's
can
great.
tell.
Fun times. Anyways,
Yep.
Chamber says the right one.
An elder rules the town, not a lord.
Not anymore.
Yes. Bragger got what we deserve then.
You can imagine they've become quite isolated after their
I
transformation.
I imagine.
Pacify
Lift
the
the-
food.
She gets a flicker of guilt. Like, she technically isn't the one that caused them to eat people, but she is technically the cause of why they eat people.
Yeah.
So, indirect cause. She does get a flicker of guilt.
Do I notice it?
Oh yeah, it's super obvious. It becomes plain as day. Like, she's not a follower of Sesheb. She's not a follower of multi-face Sesheb. Like, she's pretty clean cut and dry. Especially after getting left out to hang to dry by you guys. So, yeah, she's pretty forthcoming.
She feels bad about the murder tree.
It technically isn't her fault, but at the same time, it is. So she's gone this weird middle ground.
Technically, sorry,
Such is life.
because Chedmer's actions. She still feels fucking guilty.
My vote is to get rid of the first curse and let the town decide if they want to be subjugated.
I am at your behest.
I say set them free, and then they can do whatever they want.
What if they want to be
Freedom
subjugated?
is the
Yo, hell yeah, dude. That's me IRL. Corporate slavery.
it is a chain, therefore it must be destroyed.
No, of course.
Nice of you to
thing-
decide other people's lives for them.
Yeah, I am on Marshall's side. We should talk with the elder just to make it all official, because if we're just taking the rug under them.
Seema,
The water will disappear. There might be panic because they think they don't have food anymore because they don't know. They
we're
don't
not
know
gonna
they
not
can't.
tell them the situation.
The world is larger than their village. They'll
No, I'm
live or
I'm
they'll
just
die,
saying.
but they'll be free. That's what matters.
Look, Cares and Marshall's on one side. Aldrich and Chenemir, or Aldrich and me are on one side. Seema.
Way to put Tara on the spot, asshole.
Oh yeah.
always on the spot. She chose this path.
Jeremy's
as
being
well.
blunt as hell here. It's just like we have two opposing sides. We have a Terminator.
I did choose to be. At some point, I did assert myself as the moral
High ground.
Yeah.
Moral high horse.
What
Yeah.
are morals?
So,
The things in the back of your mouth, those back teeth, right before the wisdom teeth.
oh yeah, the morals, yeah.
Anyways,
I don't have mine anymore.
thank you. Anyways,
Not bad.
yeah, I deserve that.
So you guys are. Wait, now you backed out. You said I took the moral. Which ones?
Well, no, that's what I'm trying to decide. right now.
It is up to you, apparently.
Yeah, because
I mean, technically, we have Dan.
If you guys really need people to sway votes, I throw in the. But like, I would much rather just leave it to you guys as PCs to decide. And obviously, Serena's vote doesn't fucking count.
what's the difference between giving the villagers time to make this decision for themselves and us making the decision for them now? Is it
In
giving
the
them
end,
the
no.
opportunity to say no? Is that what we're concerned about? Or is it the time frame on which this happens?
I mean, we have ways out, like right fucking there.
Yeah.
Like, we-
Well,
like,
because I'm asking
fucking walk.
my fellow party members this more than anything.
She can walk back down here at any time to
We're
lift
just
the.
giving them. Yeah, we're just giving them time to prepare.
Honestly, I'll level with you. I'm not making a decision for them. I'm making it for myself.
Yeah, well, and stop being selfish and think of the other.
I can't stand being chained up. I can't stand seeing people chained up.
Yet you've attached yourself to your fair lady.
You're chaining them up right now
Amanda
by
just,
making.
Amanda just raises an eyebrow and smirks amusedly at that.
Hardly the same thing.
You're forcing them into a thing that they are not prepared for.
Oh, I'm forcing them into freedom. How terrible.
Yeah, but if you're not prepared for freedom, you're gonna die.
Not my problem.
They have several different people to assist them.
Yeah, but just
All you were
because.
doing.
I will say, like, this is one of those times where I can tell that the party, you guys successfully, fully playing your characters. By the way, get inspiration, all of you. Playing your characters are just playing your characters to a fault. So I will ask, out of game, what's the decisions getting made here?
I don't give a crap.
All right, so abstain.
As Garth, I would say give them the option. As Chadamir, she would say probably just don't give them the option because they have people to help.
Alright.
I'm definitely behind
Yes,
getting
they're
them.
probably
out.
all gonna die. They try to live on their own because they suck.
They will have
Don't we all
the-
suck when we're in kind of an isolated bubble, though?
They'll have the Seekers. They'll have a god watching over them.
They'll be
I mean,
fine.
the
It's
god's
more
not here
about-
anymore. You're kidding
Sorry,
me.
I followed God. Hi.
They're gonna
Lifting
be fine.
one curse will change nothing. It just changes their diet. Big fucking whoop.
Yeah, it's not a big deal at all. It's more about I just don't think it's right to just like take it like here, we're gonna take away your fucking diet you've been living with for 100 years and you're not gonna
Oh,
I mean, I will throw in counterpoint to O that the villagers are technically resourceful. They've been harvesting corpses from a tree that tries to kill them for centuries
Suck.
with minimal casualties. So
They're passive.
they're relatively resourceful.
I think that Seema thinks that the tree is not evil enough that she's just voting kill it.
Well, it's not. We're not voting to kill it. We're voting just to get rid of the curse and then have it be there, I guess.
no.
Oh, yeah,
Get rid
but
of
like-
what curse? There are two things we're doing here.
There
It's
are two levels of curses. There's
Yes, yes.
Benazar's curse on the village, and then there's Vetlin's curse on the village.
Yeah, one removes the cannibalism, one removes their need to stay under the tree. Doing both
Exactly.
would remove their cannibalism and set them free to go wherever they want. They could stay if they wanted, they could leave if they wanted, they could do
Yeah,
whatever they
it's-
want.
In a weird contrast, this is ironic. Vetlin's curse has freed them from their drinking problem. They are allowed to drink whatever. Just look at Mishka and Abranov. But it puts a different curse on them.
Yeah,
So by revoking Vetlin's curse, you reinstate.
that they
The
have to
drinking
stay
curse
where
on
they're at.
So someone like Abranov has to come back now.
I think Seema wants to remove both of them.
All right, so both.
And I think that Seema's kind of comfortable making that decision for them. That obviously they can't be cannibals, and that there are people who are away from the village who would not be, don't
Yeah,
need to
would live
be put in danger, basically.
Fair.
Ulrich is also voting for both.
Okay. 3 boths. And
Yeah,
abstain.
we already lost the vote, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but the point of democracy is that you note the vote regardless.
My vote is ask the villagers for consent before you change their life.
Oh, this does
What is
play
that?
into the adventurer thing of if we don't care about people, we just do whatever the hell we think is right.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Connor's letter didn't give you advice on that. He just says, you might not start, but you gotta be the ones to finish it. He didn't say which way you finish it. That's in full transparency. Every group I've played with, every NPC adventure group, it's all changes. It's up to you guys to decide. Do you believe that you know better than the villagers for their own sake?
Yeah, this is one of those things where like Taryn would choose something differently than Seema, but Seema is definitely comfortable making
With
a moral
living it
decision
out.
for others.
Yeah, she's like, I know what's best for them. They
It's
don't
one of those
know.
things-
She is a
Well,
holy cleric of correct.
Yeah, I'm lawful good. What can I say? Like, but
I'm disappointed.
leaning a little bit more towards neutral in a lot
So-
of ways. So it's gonna be the whole thing of like Seema's gonna feel a little bit bad about it, but like
Strong protective
that's
lead.
just how it is. Like,
God, I have to look at my fucking
So-
sheet again and read things.
Getting back to the game, seems the vote is set. You guys are going to not talk to the villagers, and you're going to cure both curses.
Hold on a sec.
I'm going to drink my monster.
I could debate this with myself for half an hour.
That's good that you're able to consider multiple sides.
You already said
It
you.
also makes for a good GM that you're willing to play both sides.
I'm just gonna
Like,
stick to my guns.
Nevi's siding with Karis, Mira's siding with you guys.
No, God bless it.
Tala would side with just fucking fix it. Like, yeah, she's with Marshall. Like, if they suffer because of it, that's just because they're weak. Owen is very much like, I've had people make choices for me, and it's not the greatest thing. I would ask.
Thank you, Owen.
He's not here.
He's not here. Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
being able to consider multiple sides is what makes you a good person and a good GM and stuff like that.
In the end, the thing is gonna be the same. It's just
Yeah, in the end, I imagine you guys want to kill them all, but it's a matter of passing permission.
Yeah, I mean, I think we already have a vote high enough
Yeah,
to...
so, yeah.
Yeah, we define.
Let's get back to
changes
it.
her vote. She
To
wants to
ask?
ask him, yes. Because most likely they will say yes, most likely in my head, so either way it comes out with the same outcome, but giving them the option, Jamer's heart, she would fucking give them
So
the
that
option.
means talk to villagers first.
Can I just say, imagine right now that while we were all fighting, yelling, you know, Aldrich's like, we have to free them. And Kieran's
sorry,
just like,
Aldrich.
no, we can't. And like, Chedamir is just like, you're right. No, wait, you're right.
No. She was very much on
Wait a
Aldrich's
minute.
side. They have assistants. They have people
Which way
that
did
can back
Marshall
them.
vote? He said you voted just to fix it, right?
Fix the first one, let the villagers decide the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jamer the entire time was just like, just take away the issue. But then
Yeah, I was
literally
like- I
that
thought
thought
for some reason it
process, that thought
Alright,
process I had.
let's get back to it.
adventurers.
We're wasting too much time on this.
Yeah.
Let me ask a follow-up question to this.
That's
then.
one.
Is she able to lift one, and then we go up, or must she lift both at the same time, or just can she lift it 2 instances,
Yes,
one at a time, or
definitely.
must she do it in the same cast?
I can cure Vetlin's corrupting touch of a child and upon this. And she gets like a mirthless smile on her face. My goddess's curse she left unto me to for when it lifts. That's why I stayed.
So if you were to remove Vetlin's curse and they decide they want to be free of the tree, could you go back down again and lift that as well?
She shakes her head. She shakes her head, not in the sense she's saying that, let me finish. She shakes her head. The tree is not the source of Vendazar's curse. I am.
Dun dun dun.
So long as I walk these lands without my forgiveness, they will remain cursed. But she stands herself up. Centuries have passed. She looks you dead in the eye. I am ready to forgive them.
Would you be willing to help
So-
them if
so-
they needed?
Like a mother watching their children. If they're willing to accept my blessings this time.
That would be the line that would win Chedamir over. So there you go.
All right.
So
Since
yeah, she could do 2 separate instances.
okay. Well, since most of you lack a backbone, let's just do it your way.
I'm okay with that.
So, we'll expedite this a bit, but go on.
Yeah, I would suggest then as we go up that she gives a very detailed explanation to all of the circumstances
Regarding the curses.
pertaining to so that they understand that she's not saying, "Oh, I'm the one who did this to every one of you."
She's the one that can fix the problem, not the one that caused it.
I do
Also,
offer-
I would before we leave, I think we want to take a look around. I'm sure there's some
Some money, some treasures. Oh no.
A corrupted ashen individuals. But I do remember.
If it wasn't obvious, I'm of not only of
Self-interest.
eclectic morals,
My sister was the same.
eclectic sense of ownership. I take what I can.
My sister was quite the same, you know. I used to have problems with it, but sometimes you learn to appreciate those you have are gone. I had a year to think about that. She walks up to the top pillar on the left there, and then she brushes aside the vines on the right side there, and then she just runs her fingertips along the surface there, and then it's like
Awesome. I think my internet died. I really hope that last message got through just before that stopped. 'Cause it went quiet before I sent it. Wonderful. Dope. Sweet. Swag. Funky fresh. Bootylicious. Why are you connecting to the 5G? No. I mean, if it's connected, I'm gonna see if it works. God bless that's up. It wasn't even raining this morning, and now it's just thunder and
Souls free? Are they like
They are
traps?
free.
Okay, so
Nothing, Garth.
is the removal of Vetland's curse location sensitive? Can she do it? Does she need to do it?
She
here?
has to do it at the tree art.
Then let's do that first, because we were all in agreement to remove that first, and then ask
Right.
if they want to be free from the tree.
Gotcha. Again, we're going to expedite through this a bit. So, for removing Vetland's curse, the tangle surrounding the tree open up, like just begin pulling back away at her entrance, or at her approach. And if you guys follow her into this, 10 feet thicket, she does lay her hand upon this red crystal, gray veined, tree exteriored heart and just whisper, "It's okay. We're finally free." And then another loud heartbeat echoes, and you see emerging from her touch. Away is the red crystal, or the surge of green energy that wipes away the red crystal and the ashen veins and such. All that is left is a tree heart, a literal tree heart, with some green.
I touch your shoulder, like, in a kind of like dad touch shoulder, comforting way.
She doesn't respond. She just has a smile on her face, her eyes are closed, and her right hand is placed upon the tree heart. And it actually flatlines for a moment, like it just stops pulsing, and then after a while it just... There. All's okay. I'm here. So, expediting through the loop, because I'm sure you guys are dying to know.
Oh yeah, the thing.
Yeah, yes, I remembered, haha, and so did you, haha, very good.
Thanks a lot, Garth. Way to forget.
I was muting myself because there was thunder and lightning, and it was very, very frightening, okay?
Oh my god.
What are you, a dog?
Galileo, Galileo Figaro.
Thank you, Fred.
Okay, so,
I thought it would interrupt the recording.